Shoot, y'all should get all the Redskins gear right now. Just
That's what I'm saying. Get that shit before that shit change. That shit might be worth some money.
No, I'm just gonna get it just so I can.
it will be.
I'm gonna say this. That's the last classic Redskins jersey. This is the last one. The last one.
Yep, they get your
Yeah,
shit.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I got two.
Rack up on those.
I got two.
Seriously.
I got two of them.
Yeah. Redskins, like, man, that's the last, for real, like, original jersey, too.
Hey, so when we show up to the games, we can't wear our old shit? Like, are they going to turn us away? How that's
Nah, no way they can do that shit.
They better not even try that.
You know, like, the whole stadium's going to be wearing old shit. The whole stadium's going to be
wearing. Yeah.
Niggas still wearing Clinton Porter's jerseys. They're going to be in there.
Like, we don't
it'll just be like wearing a throwback.
Their Hail to the Redskins song is no more. Think about that shit.
Hey, but listen to this though. Nothing racist about that song. That song is
the original
lifting proud. Like it's a positive. Like that is a honoring ass song. Like there's nothing negative about that joint at all. And not even a little bit. I don't get it.
That's true.
I don't understand.
Yeah. It's definitely not racist.
Nah, the original one was.
I never heard that one.
They were saying like fight for old Dixie.
Yeah, as opposed to fight for ODC.
This fight for who?
Old
Dixie.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just gonna be the outsider looking in, and I don't know the full song, but I feel like
I'm loving this shit for real.
I do.
Yeah, he loving this shit. He
loving that shit.
But nah. So because in the song, don't it say like scalp them?
Okay, we scalping them. We fucking Redskins.
Listen, listen. Be objective for a second.
It's called the Washington trains. We gonna talk about choo choo. Like Indian. Oh well, the Indian's gonna scalp shit.
But it wasn't just scalping. Wasn't just Indians. Or like that was a thing back then. Like when you beat your opponent, you scalped them. That was Indians. Whites used to do that. Indians used to do that to each other. That was like a thing.
Right. But understand. Listen. Just understand. I don't give two shits. But listen. Understand. And you talk about the actual like the hypothetical, whereas talking about the red skin is literally scalping somebody back into the red skin and what have you. And then in the theme song or in your Hail to the Redskins song, you say scalp them. That's kind of bad, guys.
Ow. You keep saying that to the Redskins. We have said a person with red skin means redskin. Like that whole scalping shit is irrelevant because I believe somebody made that shit up.
I said hypothetical.
Why would so many Native Americans stand beside that name if that exactly what it meant?
Yeah.
Hey, in response to that, Randall, you know, stats is always skewed, so they can say we surveyed 100 people, literally only use 50 responses.
True.
Even if it was 25.
I've done that.
Even if it's 25, Al, if I thought you were
survey a whole 25 people.
You know what I'm saying? If I thought you would call me a derogatory name, I would never approve of the shit.
You think they had a chance in 1960 something?
Well, I know what you're saying, Randall. Like if Redskins was just as bad as niggers, nobody would be standing next to the shit that say the Washington niggers. You see what I'm saying? Redskins is a way lighter word. You know, if it is racist, it's not as doesn't hit as heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was that bad, like you'll never see a black person standing next to that shit. So why would Native Americans say that they don't have an issue with it?
You saw that post that I sent where the Native American actually helped create the logo.
Exactly.
Yeah. People keep hanging on to that redskin. It means this. It don't fucking mean that shit. It don't.
Yeah, man.
We've
already talked about it.
Nobody would if it did, nobody would agree with it. It wouldn't be 80%, 90%, 20%. It would be 5%, in my opinion.
But I mean, all I'm saying is like when you do your surveys, and once again, I don't know. I haven't done the research. If I know the set number of people, if I know the demographic in which I'm going to get the responses that I want to, like I'm going to go to that number, and then like I can still skew the numbers. Whereas though, like there have been plenty of jobs where like we've done surveys and we've done responses, and like literally we just disregard some of the ones that people respond with like strongly disagree, and we just highlight the people that put strongly agree or agree, as opposed to even saying the people actually responded to disagree or strongly disagree. So I mean, I don't give two shits.
If it's a derogatory term, how can any Native American say that they on this side of the fence, saying, okay, we cool with it? If it is actual, in fact, derogatory term, how can any Native American say, okay, we cool with it? Knowing their heritage.
The same way that, I guess he's saying, like the same way that some
for heritage near you. The first one is the Heritage Foundation.
She listening. Let me unplug this bitch.
Massachusetts Avenue, Northeast Washington.
See, there you go.
Yeah, that's just like that Alexa. That Alexa,
all the evidence,
all that, man. That artificial intelligence.
That dream was like, nah, they talking a little too much.
Listening to the whole conversation.
Right. Computer been acting slow too since I started doing overtime.
Hey, but look, even on top of what Randall's saying, it's like if you was a black person, let's say, because I've heard black people say, "Oh, if I have I don't really get offended, or they don't feel offended by a person outside of the black race saying the N-word." But I still don't think that person would co-sign a logo that says the Washington Niggers. Like they might not care if their white friend might say, "What's up, my nigga?" But they are not going to be co-signing a professional team that say, like, no, I don't see no black person co-signing that shit. Even if you don't care if you're white, you nigga, you still co-signing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, that's what I think Randall's saying.
All these fucking.
But so go ahead.
I'm talking about like all these fucking people jumping on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith and Jamil Hill. They fucking get on that shit for ratings. Like I don't get them people like that.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. We was talking about this on the last podcast. It's like you got people who aren't even living in that life are saying that other people should be offended by some shit that they're not even offended by. You know what I'm saying? It's like even the shit in the NBA, like I saw the little joint with Mike. What's his name? Mike. The dude that used to play for the Wizards. Who?
Mike Scott.
Mike Scott and Jaylen Brown. I was glad they came out and said something, because they was like I see that it's supposed to be a positive gesture, but I ain't asked for y'all niggas to put, like, I didn't ask for this shit to be on my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, when no player said, can y'all do this? But now you got black men going out here wearing these jerseys, but it was a white man who made that decision for them to wear those jerseys. Those niggas is out here representing some white man's idea. If you're paying attention to that shit, that's what niggas is doing. They're using these black NBA players to push an agenda, because not one of these niggas asked for me to wear "Don't Shoot Me" on the back of my jersey. You know what I'm saying? And then even to delve deeper into that shit, like if you really put things in perspective, wearing a jersey that say "Don't Shoot" or "Hands Up, Don't Shoot," that's like saying, oh, that's like wearing a T-shirt that say "Don't Hurt Me." Like, what strong man walking around with a shirt that say "Don't hurt me"? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like, nah. Like, I don't know. That's some. They playing us.
So you got 2 points right there, Marcus, and I'm gonna touch on the first point, because the second point is right on. But I'm gonna touch on the first point. The first point is a white man co-signed that, and a white man pushed that agenda forward. And I mean, of course, we don't necessarily truly know, but I think the NBA union or players union or players association has like type of conversation, and they came up with that list of 29 people along with whoever it was. But I mean, like, and the NBA Players Association is headed by Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
It's like Michelle Roberts, another black lady as well, but it's like a whole bunch of black people that are actually on that. So I think, I mean, like, those two go, I mean, like, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, like, say that it might not have been necessarily a full-on, like, white person leading that charge, but at the same time, it was like a collective decision between the NBA and the MVP and the Basketball Players Association that came up with that decision. But I do think, and we could talk about that one too, I think they missed the mark with that one, where they gave them like a list of 29 names or some shit where they could put on the back of their jersey. And that's where I think they fucked up at, because the same way, like I don't think you can, it's censorship to a point, whereas though, like, you're giving me a list of what I put on the back of my jersey, like, but for the Christmas holiday, like, whenever it was a couple years back, you allowed niggas to put whatever they wanted on their jersey. Like, I mean, I know you get quote unquote approval don't get me wrong. I know you have to get approval, and it has to be something like legitimate and something that could be actually put on the back of a jersey. But for you to say like, all right, we gonna give y'all 29 names to choose from, like literally, let me get the opportunity to pick and say like, if I want Brown on the back of my jersey, or if I want some other shit on the back of my jersey, let me get the chance to put that. And you can give me quote unquote approval, but don't give me a list of 29 names. You know what I mean? Like that's
exactly.
That's where I agree.
What's the names though? Like what's the names? It
was like all the hands up, don't shoot. I can't breathe. All that victim shit. All pure victim. Like you know what I'm saying?
Like the people that got killed or whatever.
Nah, just like those little her. What is it? Her. What's it? Say her name. Shit like that. Like all those little slogans.
Yeah, and then
all those little
slogans.
I knew it was getting crazy when they said they was gonna play the damn what was it? The We Shall Overcome.
Yeah.
You talking about the national anthem?
Yeah, they said they gonna play We Shall Overcome before every national anthem.
Tell me that's not slavish.
That's my point. That is my. That's my fucking point, man.
Yeah.
They reinstitute a slave mentality in us. You know what I'm saying? By like saying it's like in our honor. Like it's like they're making us feel that like all this shit that's going on is being painted like, oh, we're here to protect you, we love you. But what it's really saying is you are inferior and you can't take care of yourself. So now they got niggas out here walking around with no save me. Niggas walking around with jerseys, big strong black niggas running fucking 4.3s and 50-inch verticals, talking about save me on the back of the jersey and shit. Like how the fuck that look? That shit pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like that shit's humiliating. Niggas be co-signing.
I'm glad you said that though.
They like, oh, well, no, I have to spread awareness. Look, this whole spreading awareness shit, you know what this really shit, what it really mean? Push my agenda. So a motherfucker will be like, oh, this is what I want to do, so we need to spread awareness. Oh, everyone go on your internet and spread awareness, but nah, you really spreading awareness of some white motherfucker behind the scenes, their agenda, and through you thinking you're spreading awareness, you're just pushing that motherfucker's agenda. That was what the fuck is going on in society, and they didn't crank the dial up to 1,000 on that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on.
Why,
do you think it's
it's reprogramming?
But to respond to that shit that Alex said earlier, that's what it's all about. But to respond to that shit that Alex was saying when you said that NBA players like sat in a room with like, you know, Adam Silver or like whoever, Black Lives Matter, whoever it was, like a lot of these top tier NBA niggas be right in alignment. Like how we was talking about LeBron the other day, like LeBron is a business partner with the NBA. Like Chris Paul, all these niggas, like they work in cahoots with these niggas. So, and you also got to look at it like Chris Paul, LeBron James, all these top tier niggas, like, who knows, these niggas might really be believing this shit. They might thinking that they doing a good deed. And that's also another fucking aspect to it. So, you know what I'm saying? Just because they co-signing this black people, you got 2-3 black men speaking for the rest of the league. There might be nigga, believe it or not, you know, they try to paint it like every black person to think it the same, but it might be niggas in the NBA like, nah, I don't want to wear that shit. That don't represent me. You know what I'm saying? But now they got it. Now you're going to give them a choice of 29.
Exactly. That's why I like what Mike Scott and them said too. Come on, man. Yeah. No, I feel like they should express themselves.
Real quick, Al. Walter Wetzel, a former Blackfeet tribal chairman and National Congress American Indian president, urged the Redskins in 1971 to change their logo from the burgundy and gold R. You remember that? When we had the 75th anniversary jump? R. He told them to change it from the R to the image that it is today. There's too many proud Native Americans that are on board with that image.
They wanted that, man.
So stop it.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's like they using us. We like the new Me Too movement and shit now. Now black people are like the new Me Too. Like literally, we like them now. But what's making it sad is like Me Too was rooted in women. That's cool. But like when black men start portraying that same energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's not a good sign to me. When now black men are like, you know, like every time I turn on ESPN, I see some nigga in 1976 I was victimized. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like this is the same shit. All those old ass people coming back stories from Bill Cosby, like, okay, that's the women, let them do that. But come on, you should have handled that shit back then. Then nigga, don't come back 30 years later and because it's popular now to call it out. Now you want to have come. I'm a victim too. Like, what the fuck is this? This shit look clownish to me. Top to bottom, y'all. I'm keep it like it just does.
Another thing, this whole Redskins, the whole name change thing is kind of making me look at Daniel Snyder a little bit differently too, and in a good way. I feel like I don't know. I get the sense like after this guy, like the league is like out. It seems like they've always been after him.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like they
we've been said that.
Even down to like referees, like certain players.
Yeah.
I mean, from the schedule, like it's like I mean, we had draft picks taken from us for some shit that everybody does. That's some crazy shit. I just got a feeling. I just get the feeling that like it ain't all just Daniel Snyder. How like a lot of Redskin fans like to make it seem it's like, oh, Daniel Snyder's you need to sell the team. Like, cause you know how much shit this cat got to go through right now.
So since you talk about Snyder and shit, so I'll just pivot just a little tiny bit. Do y'all what y'all think about the minority owners looking to sell their shares? What y'all think about that?
Fuck them.
Expand upon that. What you talking about?
I didn't know their names to begin with, and I don't care to know their names now. Fuck them.
It's so Corey, just a little context. It's three it's at least three minority owners that have about correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but it's like 30 to 40% share in the team, and they're
for the Redskins.
Yeah, they're looking to sell their portion.
Okay.
They're looking to sell their.
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
Let's start a GoFundMe. Let's start a GoFundMe and let's take over.
That's stupid. They're stupid.
The craziest
Honestly,
they're stupid.
Honestly, this would be the best time to double
I
down.
want to hold on to that.
Change the jerseys and shit. This would be the
That's
best.
what I was thinking.
Because it's gonna boost right back up.
They must be old. That's what I'm saying. They must be old. That's what I was saying last week. Like this is a rebranding moment to make like hella cash, dog. This is a rebranding.
I'm telling you, man.
I think
They're going to revamp everything.
They must be some
Isn't
good
Dan
old.
Snyder like a?
Gotta be some good old boys.
Isn't Dan Snyder like a big supporter of Donald Trump? Like, doesn't he like give money to his campaign?
Yeah.
That's
He gives money.
That's interesting. Perfect timing, huh?
I wouldn't necessarily call him a big
A lot of them owners probably do. For real.
He just gives money towards the campaign. I wouldn't necessarily call him a big supporter.
This is how I feel about all that like campaign, like endorsement and shit, right? Like you're gonna give, all right, say we want to move back into DC, right? Of course you're gonna give nigga money that's going to be sitting in DC for the next 4 years, money so you can get a spot to put your stadium in DC. So like it's like it's like you loaning.
It's the same. It's just like regular niggas. They vote for their interests. You should be voting for your interests.
Money because you know
it's smart anyway.
It's gonna be a favor on the other end. So
yeah,
whoever's on that seat, they're gonna get money. I believe.
I feel like it's sabotage. I feel like it's fucking sabotage.
And to be honest with you, what Donald Trump said the other day, how all these teams are fucking posturing to be PC. That's how I feel.
I mean, yeah, that's the new. It's kind of sad. I think I seen this this quote from Joey Badass. He was like, he said, cancel culture is like kind of fucked up because it's not allowing people to be human because nobody's perfect. It's like it's putting this expectation that everybody has to be perfect and shit, and it kind of is like that. But it's like perfect rooted in whatever is the popular ideology in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Which is a form of control. That's a form of control.
Back on the Redskins shit, I think if any of the logos are offensive, it's the Cleveland Indians because it's fucking cartoonish. Like,
it's who?
It's cartoonish.
Cleveland Indians.
I showed my wife. The logo, man.
Yeah, that is cartoonish.
Like,
yeah.
Is this really
Ours like a direct replica of a person that drew the shit up who was actually a Native American and had high rank. He had high rank.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the name.
Huh?
It's the name. I don't think it's has to do with the logo. It's the name that makes people think it's, racist or whatever. It's just the name.
Like Daniel Snyder name the Washington Redskins. That nigga, he just inherited the team.
Exactly.
That shit.
Right. And they try to like villainize this man.
Damn.
So, but
Heritage childhood team. That is so always had.
fuck that team.
But honestly, dog, looking at it's just the name. It's just the name, Redskins. Like somebody have a team called the Blackskin or the Blackies or some shit like that. That's how I feel about the joint. That's how I feel about the
Black
joint.
got a negative connotation behind it.
Yeah, not the
Right.
same. If you had, and this was all right. So listen to this. 'Cause I was discussing this with my shorty. So if there was a team called the Brown Skins, and then there was a team called the White Skins,
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm going for. I don't. It's like
Brown.
it's like I mean it's like if this shit was created. I'm just saying if it was created before you were born, you know what I'm saying?
This would be geek if it was a land of brown skins. They fucking on board with that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
A land of brown skins.
I don't know, man. That shit.
Can I push back a little bit when you talk about the Indians, because the Indians, I want to say it was like don't get me wrong, the Indians' name is still offensive as fuck, or what have you, but and the image that they had, but I think in like 2016, 2015 or some shit like that, they actually like stopped going and stopped like portraying that mascot. And they start actually like literally, if you start looking at like all their new shit, like they just got the C on their jersey. I mean the actual C logo, and they like stop showing that Indian logo and stop going with that shit. So I think they're I don't know.
You're right.
They're trying, yeah.
You remember when the Tampa Bay Devil Rays dropped like the devil in it?
Yeah.
For what? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, they did.
Say what
For the Christians.
Say what you want to say and like stand by that shit. This whole like cancel culture and shit, or you gotta backtrack your statements all the time. Like I'm not
Like, and it's also about it.
I'll go ahead.
You're intending to. You think the intentions behind the Washington Redskins, we want to be known as a racist ass team, or that don't make sense.
Then hold on.
Right.
I might be wrong, but wasn't there a team that had all like it was either like Eskimos or like some type of Native American? It was like one. It probably wasn't even the NFL. It was probably like the AFL.
Yeah, I want to say the Edmonton Eskimos,
Something like that. Yeah.
Just like some hockey shit.
They
Yeah, Edmonton Oilers now.
something like that. But
It's crazy.
But yeah,
I'm saying like
they're changing Cleveland's name too. They're probably gonna come after the Chiefs too soon.
they're not.
I don't know about the Chiefs.
They're the darling right now. They're not gonna be the Chiefs. They like.
I know because they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's not even just that. It doesn't sound derogatory. It doesn't sound.
But why?
Redskins.
Why
The
is it-
name itself, like the Chiefs. You know what a
The
Chief
Chiefs
is.
are still Indians.
Why?
They're still
Yeah,
Indians.
they are Indians, but like I said, it's the Chiefs. They're called the Chiefs. It's
Okay.
you're a king. It's like the you can say we're the Washington Kings or some shit like that instead of the Washington Redskins. It's not. It doesn't sound. One sounds derogatory. One does not.
Since when though? Since when?
I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm like
to you. Since when?
I'm not gonna say experience, but just listening, just hearing the fucking name over the years. It's like
On the
You're
news.
not Native American.
this period, dog. This
On the
period.
You're not
Just
Native
the
American.
Redskins. No, dog. I'm talking for,
You're not Native American.
You alive.
they're called the Redskins, dog. They're called the Redskins. That's the only thing. That's it. It's just the name. It's not. We're not talking about the logo.
When did it become offensive to you? When did it become offensive to you? I want to know, honestly.
It's never been offensive to me. It's never been offensive to me. But what I'm telling you is it sounds derogatory. It sounds derogatory. Yeah, I'm not no fucking Redskin. They do say we red bone.
Red skin. What are you talking about? You have red skin.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying.
In Mexico, you have red skin.
It was hot
He's
as shit out
offended.
there, bro.
you have red skin.
And I was drinking hot tequila, dog. Hot tequila. They let that shit out in the sun, dog. They let
Hot
that shit out in the
tequila?
sun. Yeah, nigga, they left them bottles out in the sun, them motherfuckers.
Corey, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You just
Dog, look, I have no problem with the Redskins. As a closet Redskin fan, I have no problem with the Redskins. But I have always felt like the actual name.
Let's call them out though. Let's call out the
dog,
closet
the actual name is derogatory. Dog. The name is derogatory. It sounds derogatory. Because
let's call them out. This other one is this.
Doug, just I know niggas would have problems if they seen the team that was like, oh, the black skins or the brown skins or whatever. But we're come on, dog. Come on.
I pull that shit up. Go ahead and pull your Redskin straight out the closet too.
Get out of here, nigga.
You know, he over
on my other phone.
He overcompensating because he one of them.
Right.
He overcompensated. That's why he put that Cowboys flag up. Because he on my old phone, shield his heart right now. He's trying to shield his heart.
On my old phone, I got Alex when you was a baby, or you decked out in Redskins.
He had the James Thrash jersey on. Thrash.
Listen, no, I won't lie to you. I'll tell you everything about it. I had a whole bunch of Redskins stuff. That was before I could dress myself. And before I could dress myself. So I had everything Redskin. I didn't.
They don't want to hear that shit. They
was gonna put me in all Redskin shit if they had to. I didn't care. I mean, I didn't know any better.
You saying
I need to dress myself, shit. And then I will not lie to you guys. My favorite player growing up was Deion Sanders at all points in time, and I followed him. So even when he came to the Redskins, I had a Redskins jersey.
Al, after all these facts,
well, we're still in the age of cancel culture. That could hurt you, Al.
I know.
If you're a baby.
All these facts, yeah, that's fine. But all these facts I just gave you, are you still in the closet with it?
I don't give two shits about the Redskins. I'm not in the closet. I don't like them niggas.
In the closet, part 1 and part 2.
Let me ask you this.
That's trapped in the closet.
Trapped in the closet, part 1 and part 2.
I ain't got no closets over here, bro.
The movie.
Say it again, B.
I said, when did you? Because we knew you were a Redskins fan. These are facts. So,
these are facts.
At what point did you become a Cowboy fan?
I became a Cowboys fan in '90. And to be truthfully honest, I became a Cowboys fan. The 3 years they went to the back-to-back Super Bowls, the back-to-back Super Bowls. And the reason I became a true Cowboys fan is because at that point in time, my cousin played for the Buffalo Bills. And every year we would have like a big gathering. And I mean, like at that point in time, I was 6 or 7 years old. So I didn't necessarily even really understand and know about football. But I remember everybody coming together and watching the Super Bowl. And at that point in time, my cousin played for the Buffalo Bills. So my entire family was rooting for the Buffalo Bills. And literally every year, the fucking Dallas Cowboys would beat the Buffalo Bills. And it was fucking...
Yeah. Like 4 years in a row. I was living in New York during that time, too.
That's elementary school.
Say that again?
Yep.
How many times them niggas lost the Super Bowl?
4 times in a row. So, like, literally... At that point in time, I was more Buffalo Bills fan than I was a Redskin fan. But at that point in time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that age, you know what I'm saying? You go with who winning. And, like, literally watching the Super Bowl with my family. And then literally every time it's the Cowboys. And then, like, even when we watched the Cowboys and Redskins games, like, I wanted to be that rebel. I wanted to be that guy that was going against my parents and going against
something like that, too. I got
Cowboys.
But one more question. Now all the facts that you know that we gave you today in the group chat.
Shit.
Are you still going to spread misinformation about the Redskins? You are going to still spread misinformation, fake news?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You want to know why? You want to know why I will continue to do it?
Because you're trying to sabotage our fucking our love for the team.
Not only that, because it pisses
Black arts.
off. It pisses you motherfuckers off.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys get it.
It's gonna piss me off when I start putting this shit out there, like for real. Like this is like the gateway from this being like on YouTube to this being on Instagram. I'm starting to fucking a revolution for this fucking this name.
Do it.
But that's what I'm saying. So
I'm not laying down. I'm not fucking with it.
but that's what I'm saying, and that's the reason why I will continue. Because we are quote unquote rivals, and so like if like during the season, like when we're about to play each other or what have you, like there are all types of different things where like y'all would try to do shit to piss me off, and so like right now this is the perfect time for me to piss y'all off and continuously talk about how possible this shit is racist and how much it pisses y'all off, and that's the funniest shit alive right now.
You are fake news.